Thank you for visiting the Waterkotte website and our Perjury Defense Lawyer in Missouri website page. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you better understand our services and protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with perjury in the state of Missouri, we can help. Don't face the state and court system alone during your perjury charge. Contact one of our Missouri Perjury Defense Lawyers today at 314-900-HELP to protect your rights and future. Waterkotte is committed to handling all perjury cases with confidential care and understanding. We are not here to judge you. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's discuss hiring our perjury defense lawyers in Missouri and setting up a free consultation with our attorneys. Perjury Defense Lawyers in Missouri. Perjury is a serious criminal offense in Missouri that can result in felony charges, hefty fines, and potential prison time. The prosecution aggressively pursues perjury cases, especially when false statements impact criminal or civil trials. Waterkotte's Missouri criminal defense lawyers provide experienced legal defense for individuals throughout Missouri accused of lying under oath. Why you need a Missouri perjury defense lawyer immediately. Prosecutors must prove you knowingly lied under oath. We fight to expose weaknesses in their case. Perjury charges often stem from misunderstandings, memory lapses, or pressure from others. If convicted, you could face felony penalties and a conviction that cannot be expunged from your record. If you're under investigation or facing perjury charges, don't wait. Call Waterkotte at 314-900-HELP for a free, confidential consultation. What is perjury in Missouri? Perjury is a serious felony offense under Missouri law, RSMO, Section 575.040. Perjury happens when someone knowingly lies under oath in a legal setting, such as in court, before a notary, or in an official government hearing, with the intent to deceive. When does a false statement become perjury? Not every lie or mistake qualifies as perjury. For a perjury charge to hold up in court, the prosecution must prove the statement was made under oath. The individual was legally required to tell the truth, such as in testimony during a civil or criminal trial, depositions or sworn statements in legal proceedings, affidavits, written declarations, or official forms submitted to courts or government agencies, grand jury investigations, or sworn testimony before government bodies. The statement was knowingly false. The person must have intentionally lied, not just made a mistake, misremembered, or misunderstood a question. The false statement was material to the case. The lie must have affected the outcome of the case or had the potential to influence the decision. Example: lying about your location at the time of a crime is perjury if it helps a defendant get acquitted. Not perjury. Making a false statement about what you had for lunch during testimony in a murder trial, because it's not relevant to the case. Different forms of perjury in Missouri. Perjury is not limited to just testimony in court. There are multiple ways a person can commit perjury, including testimonial perjury, lying under oath while testifying in a criminal or civil trial, deposition or grand jury proceeding, false affidavits and sworn documents, signing written statements or official documents that contain knowingly false information, false statements to government officials, providing false testimony in administrative hearings, regulatory filings, or sworn law enforcement reports. Suborning perjury encouraging someone else to lie under oath. Pressuring or influencing another person to commit perjury is a separate offense that also carries felony penalties. What perjury is not. What perjury is not. Mistakes or misremembering events. If someone genuinely forgets a detail or unintentionally provides incorrect information, it does not qualify as perjury. Lying outside of legal proceedings. Perjury only applies to statements made under oath. Lying in everyday conversation, even if it's unethical, is not perjury. Contradictory testimony without intent to deceive. If a witness gives inconsistent answers due to confusion or misunderstanding, it may not meet the legal threshold for perjury. Defenses against perjury in Missouri. Being accused of perjury does not automatically mean you are guilty. The prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you knowingly lied under oath about a material fact. A skilled defense attorney can challenge the case in several ways. Lack of intent. Perjury requires intentional deception. If you believed the statement was true at the time you made it, you are not guilty of perjury, even if the statement later turns out to be false. Example: if you misremembered an event or mixed up details but did not mean to lie, that is not perjury. The statement was not material. The false statement must be important to the case outcome. If the alleged lie had no impact on the legal proceeding, it does not qualify as perjury. Example: if someone lies about their age in court, but their age has no relevance to the case, that is not perjury. The statement was corrected in time. Retraction defense. Missouri law allows a person to retract a false statement if they do so before it is exposed as a lie in the same legal proceeding. Example: if you correct a false statement before it influences a trial, deposition, or investigation, you may avoid perjury charges, coercion, or duress. If someone was forced, pressured, or threatened into making a false statement, it may serve as a valid defense against perjury charges. Example: a witness threatened with harm, if they don't lie under oath, may not be criminally liable. Insufficient evidence. The prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you knowingly made a false statement. If there is no clear proof that you lied on purpose, the charges may not hold up in court. Charged with perjury in Missouri? You need an aggressive defense team that understands Missouri law. Call Combs Waterkotte at 314-900-HELP for immediate representation. What to do if you're accused of perjury in Missouri? A perjury charge is serious, and how you handle the situation can determine the outcome of your case. If you are accused of lying under oath, follow these steps to protect yourself. Do not speak to investigators without a lawyer. Prosecutors and investigators will try to get you to admit guilt or make conflicting statements. Anything you say can be used against you, so remain silent and request legal counsel. Preserve any evidence that supports your statement. If you have documents, emails, text messages, or other proof that back up your testimony, save them. Witnesses who can confirm you did not knowingly lie may be crucial to your defense. Avoid making additional statements. Do not attempt to clarify your testimony without consulting an attorney. Any additional statements could contradict your previous testimony and make things worse. Understand the retraction rule. If your statement was false, but you corrected it before it was discovered, you may be protected under Missouri law. An attorney can help determine if this defense applies to your case. Contact a criminal defense lawyer immediately. Perjury is a felony, and prosecutors take it seriously. A conviction can result in prison time, fines, and a permanent criminal record. A skilled attorney can challenge the prosecution's evidence, negotiate reduced charges, or get the case dismissed. If you're facing perjury charges in Missouri, don't wait. Call Combs Waterkotte at 314-900-HELP for a confidential consultation. Punishments for perjury in Missouri. The punishment for perjury depends on the type of case where the false statement was made. Where perjury occurred. General perjury, not involving a felony case. Perjury in a felony case. Perjury to wrongfully convict someone of a felony, except murder. Perjury to wrongfully convict someone of murder. Felony class and penalty. Class E felony, up to 4 years in prison. Class D felony, up to 7 years. Class B felony, up to 15 years in prison. Class A felony, 10 years to life. How a perjury conviction in Missouri can impact your future. A perjury charge isn't just about potential jail time. It can have long-lasting consequences that affect your career, reputation, and rights. A felony perjury conviction cannot be expunged, making it harder to find employment or housing. Lawyers, doctors, financial professionals, and public officials can face license suspension or revocation. A perjury conviction can damage your ability to testify in future legal cases, including your own defense in civil or criminal matters. In some cases, false testimony can lead to civil liability, meaning you could be sued for damages. Why choose Combs Waterkotte for your perjury defense in Missouri? A perjury charge can have life-altering consequences, including a felony conviction and prison time. Combs Waterkotte has the experience, skill, resources, and aggressive legal approach needed to fight these charges and protect your future. We have successfully defended white-collar and felony charges, including complex perjury cases. We challenge the prosecution's evidence, intent, and credibility to create reasonable doubt. We fight to reduce charges, secure favorable plea deals, or get cases dismissed outright. Perjury charges require immediate legal action. We're available 24/7 to start building your defense. Facing perjury charges in Missouri? Don't risk your future. Call Combs Waterkotte at 314-900-HELP for aggressive perjury defense in Missouri.